Hey, this is James Morgan. My YouTube channel is Captain Morgan. And this evening, I'm just going to discuss AMC stock with anyone who wants to. It's my first live stream. Just got in from work not long ago, grabbed something to eat, and was checking out some of the YouTube channels on what happened today with AMC. Looks like we did pretty good. Did a few other videos. I'm a home builder by trade, and that's what I do during the daytime. It's pretty good time. I've said this before. It's a pretty good time to be a home builder right now. So that keeps me pretty busy. But I got into AMC earlier this year, sort of FOMO'd into it in January, late January, and I've just I did some research on it and then decided to cost average down, dollar cost average down, and then just decided to buy as much as I could of it. So right now that's all my retail portfolio is AMC stock. So trying to I'm hanging in there until this thing hopefully squeezes. Haven't sold any, bought some every time I could buy some on the dip. Right now I got a little bit under 30,000 shares, and I probably, because I bought some here, some recently, but still my dollar cost average is, because I bought so much of it at $6, $7, $8, that I'm probably still probably 10, somewhere in the tens. So it's not bad. That the last probably 6 or 7 thousand shares I bought was higher higher than I wanted to, but it was still a good value from where it's at now. And then that first 1,000 shares was, oh god, it was extremely high. It was like at the time it was high because it was like $20, 19 something. And then I got, like I said, probably bought about 15,000 shares in the upper fives to all the way up to about 8. So I'm excited about it. It's doing I want for everybody's sake, I want this thing to squeeze good. Hey, this is my first person that's ever, let me get my glasses because I'm old here and I can't see shit. It's Zachary. Hey, Zachary. Hey, thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. If you got a question or anything, you want to talk about anything, just holler. I think you had sent me we corresponded on a comment before, so I appreciate you tuning in. I'd love to do this during the day, but I gotta make a living so I can get my buy my AMC. I do follow quite a few channels, so if you guys have any questions on the stock or anything about the YouTube, because I watch a ton of YouTube when I get in at night, as I have problems sleeping, so I'll be up till 2 or 3 just perusing channels. And there's a lot of good YouTube stations out there, especially that follow stock. Real life problems, man. Yeah. Yeah, the real life problems. What are your real life problems, Zachary? Let me see right now. So do you feel like naked shorts will reveal themselves during all of the madness? I think everybody understands about, or the powers that be, and all the apes are understanding it, and retail stock investors are understanding it. Maybe the general public doesn't, or maybe the people who have that are in the stock markets but through their companies and stuff, and they don't follow this like we do. But But I think all the SEC and the powers that be, and maybe some of the politicians don't, but it's just because they don't care. But I've had made some videos recently on the fact that I think all of us should contact. I do every day when I get in. I hit my House representative with an email, and also my two senators in the state. And I've tried to find. And in fact, I've a few of them that were on that committee that was holding a hearing earlier this year on the Reddit crowd and all the Robin Hood and all that mess that happened. I'll even email them. But I think if everyone can take just a few minutes and contact their representative with an email or even a phone call during the day, I think it could maybe that could be the little nudge or the catalyst that we need to push this thing over the edge. What would be great is if people who, or if anyone's watching this besides Zachary, thanks Zachary. If anyone's watching this besides Zachary, if you could get the word out to all the other influencers, or well, I'm not an influencer, but all the people that the YouTube channels that cover AMC and the stock market, and maybe we could coordinate. And one day coming up, wouldn't it be awesome if like tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of constituents hit the emails of the politicians and or made phone calls and told them that they need to really look into this naked shorting and all these shenanigans that are in the marketplace right now. I think that'd make a difference. And besides it being all over the media, I believe that that could be what the catalyst needed to help push this thing. Well, never done a like a live stream before, so if there's anyone else out there, hit me with a message. Okay, Zachary again. Here we go. I think it would really light the fire under the SEC chair to get things going. Yeah, I do too. Again, the politicians, for good or bad, from I've known a few. I'm older than probably a lot of people on the YouTube, and it seems like in the old days we didn't have all this technology, and the only way you could get things done was you had to, write your politician or call them up, and even then it took forever. It was snail mail, and it was just took a long time. But now you see how the Reddit crowd and the apes and the retail stock investor has made a difference just within this last year. And so, it's a big force, but the politicians will only see it that way and take it serious if they know that it's a voting force also. So if somebody could, it doesn't have to be me, it be, one of the bigger influencers could, really push the fact that we need to get our voices heard and start contacting the politicians and getting everyone together to say this is a voting block, and we're going to. It's not Democrat, Republican. It's going to be APICan, and it's going to determine who the apes or the retail stock investors vote for. Is who starts cleaning this mess up. And I think that would definitely scare the hedge funds and the powers that be to, because they know all the mess that's going on. They're probably behind closed doors now trying to figure out, how do we clean this thing up without, without just totally bankrupting or, some of these hedge funds, and without getting the retail stock investor, screwing them. Because I don't think they want to screw the retail stock investor. I just don't even think they thought about us, and so now it's a problem. So, hey, Zachary, what do you think? Do you hold AMC stock, and what do you think what do you think the next moves are going to be with it? How do you think it's going to squeeze? Well, that's it. Look at look at some of my old videos too. If any of you guys are out there, I hold stock and options. Options. My nephew, he was helping me put a lot of these thumbnails together and helping me. And he's smart as a whip. Then that's what I mean by I don't think the media or the powers that be understand how smart the new retail stock investor is, especially, excuse me, and how young these guys are and how sharp they are. Um, my nephew, one of them is 19 and just turned 19, and well, he's just about to turn 19, and he's doing options and I think puts, and he's smart and he's good at the computer stuff. The key number to get past is 72. Then I think it will take off. I think you're right. 72 is be a good number. It did pretty good today. From I was out. Man, God Almighty, it's hot here in Houston today, and I was out most of the day, and I was watching it though on my phone, and seemed like it did a good. From also, I watched about 2 hours worth of YouTube on the AMC when I got in this evening, and I guess some of the levels that some what do you call it, the that they hope are support levels. Um, they don't want it to see it go back under 40. So I think the hedges are going to try to by Friday keep it under 40. But I agree with you, Zach. If we can bust through about 60, I think it was 62 is a level of strength there, and then 72, and I think you got a good chance. Going pretty good. There's a guy that I a young kid or young man that he is Galactic Finance, and because I've watched the hours of all the channels and or all the channels dealing with AMC, and I'm not saying that he's better than any of them, but he's good for being so young, and I like his way of thinking. He's very conservative, and he follows it from market open to close now, just because of because everyone's following it so close right now. And of course, Matt Gores, I think he's pretty sharp. And of course, there's Trey. I started following Trey. Me and my wife, I was turning it on there, and you know how he'll get sort of excited and stuff. And he mentioned he was stationed. I still believe he is in Fort Sill, or on I think that's where his base is right now. It's Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and Small World. That's where I went to high school, in Lawton, Oklahoma. Fort Sill's in Lawton, and so he just had a few hundred viewers back in when I started. I think it was December, January, probably January, because I started looking at AMC in mid-January or so, and then I finally FOMO'd into it in late January. And before then, I watched Meet Kevin quite a bit, and he's very sharp. And then there was a guy named Stockmo who he was a teacher at the time, and I think I started following him probably in August or September, October of last year, and he had just started out. And man, his rise there for a while he's still doing good, but there probably for about 4 or 5 months, he grew to thousands of subscribers. And I followed him, learned some stuff between him and Kevin. In fact, that's how I based my channel. I was Meet Morgan first, but because of Meet Kevin, I thought, well, maybe I thought that was a good name. But then I got to thinking, maybe I didn't want to get anyone upset or anything like that, or like I was trying to get up, piggyback off of him or anything. So I changed it to Captain Morgan here just recently, Captain J Morgan, because of James is my first name. So, like I said earlier, what I do is, you guys, anybody's watching out there, and you make some. Again, Zachary, thank you, and yeah, I agree with you 100%. The key number is 72. When you make some good money off of AMC, if you ever want to get into properties, that's what I've been doing for about 25 years. Is construction and retail, or real estate investing, putting deals together, trying to make money out of properties, flipping some homes, remodeling. So, what's strange is that's sort of what I envisioned this channel being, and I don't think I've ever done a video really on construction. I do have some clients who said, "Hey, do a video on how we approach the banks, or uh, you know get prepared for custom home." So I'll probably do that. What's involved in getting ready to start a custom home, and then I have a real good team. They're actually my family, and they're really they're a lot smarter than me on the construction part, and um, they I think they could do some really good tutorials, but of course they say, we're not going to get on. We don't want to be videoed, but yeah, I think it could be good, because I think the housing and real estate's going to be good for the next few years. I wasn't sure because of interest rates and inflation, but I think that could be the hedge when if the market starts pulling back some. So, and right now it's good for, we've got some customs going. We're thinking of doing some more specs. Specs are when you build a house to go ahead and sell it. But we've been doing high-end homes for the last 3, 4, 5 years, and it was pretty good. But when COVID hit, I got stuck with 3, 4 homes that were $1 million homes, and so what we had to do was just refinance the loans or redo the loans, and then lease them out. And it's turned out good. We got good money for the leasing. Now that each home that comes off the lease, I have 2 of them now that have come off, and I got contracts on them pretty quick. I still got another home and some land that, well, the home that's leased, and when it comes out of when a renter gets out later on this year, if the market's still good, I should be able to get that sold pretty quick. But I think I'm going to go into, we're going to do, if we do some specs, we're probably going to do it on more starter homes, which would be you have loops here in Houston, and that's sort of, the closer you get to downtown, the more expensive the land and the homes are. So we sort of stay within 610 loop, or definitely the Beltway, and it's Beltway 8. So it's weird to say, but a starter home, and a new starter home in that area is probably 300 plus, and 300,000 to it's a lot of money for a home for anyone. At least when I was growing up, I remember the richest guy in town. He was a doctor, and he had. It was we had heard rumors that his house sold for like $125,000, and everyone was like, "Wow!" But now, excuse me, if you're close to town or downtown, $125,000 is, you can't find any. It's a tear down or a shack. Really, the land, you can't find land for that. So, but that's what I think. I think we found some lots in a area that's coming up, that's inside the. Right around the 610 loops, so we'll probably do those. And I feel comfortable with those, because if we did say market turn, we got stuck with those, we could always just lease those out, probably with no problems. And you're hedging. You don't have all your money in 2 or 3 just $1 million homes. You can spread it out over more, maybe like a dozen homes, smaller homes, or less expensive homes. So that's it. Right now, again, if anyone has any questions for me, or Zachary, if you got any more, otherwise I'll probably wrap it up. And spend some time with my wife, working all day, and then we were in Texas. We didn't have to have our taxes done until June the 15th. So I was just on the phone with my accountant, and we was going over all that. And I got to send him some stuff, and then just chill out. I'll probably watch a little bit more YouTube. I like to see. I'll watch some on what's going on with the people in construction or in real estate, and then I definitely check out the channels having to do with the stock market or just finance. So I think Meet Kevin's pretty good on. He has an overall, his channel sort of covers everything. But for the AMC, I had a list, and I was, I think on one of my videos, I named the list. Let's see if I have it. Maybe next time I go live, I'll give you a list of everyone that I follow. There's one called Jeffrey Forbes, Galactic Finance. There's also Houston Wade. Zachary, if you haven't seen Houston Wade, check him out. And his first couple of videos, I think he will distinguish them by number. I think he's done 6 now or whatever. And his first 1 and 1.5 or a video, he covered about the stock market and how the hedge funds have been manipulating the market for years, and then he's followed up with another one on the repo market. That was a very interesting one too. But man, he's very good. He helps explain it all. But you might have a ton of knowledge on it yourself. If you do, you ought to do a channel yourself. Well, you do have a YouTube channel there. In fact, I think I joined your channel. Do some live streaming. Heck, man, this will be something for my mama to watch. Because see if anyone else is watching. 2 people. I got 2 people watching. Who's the other one? Is that my sister and my mama? All right. Well, thank you too. Appreciate it. That's my first 2. Again, this is sort of for fun. See who was texting me. You'll be making a living at the YouTube, but you never know. You got to start somewhere. But I just like to give. I got a lot of practical business experience. So if anyone's starting a business, or like I said, you have anything to do with construction or real estate, or even if you're new at the at retail stock investing, let me know, and maybe we can have some shared experiences, because I made a lot of mistakes. I got involved with opened my brokerage account probably a year ago, maybe in May of 2020, and like your stuff, man. Thanks, appreciate it. That's my other watcher, Dennis. All right, great. Well, I said, if Zachary or you or Dennis, feel free to email me anytime. Like I said, I would consider myself an expert on the construction. On retail stock investing, not so much, but I do have some good experiences over the last year, and I can tell you, what I found good and bad, and what my mistakes were. But I did end up I started out with about $53,000, and I got that to about 160, and then I put in a little bit more, because I did quite a bit of margin at the time, and I wouldn't suggest margin to everybody, but I had a lot of free time on my hand because I wasn't doing a lot of construction last year. And so I eventually got that to about almost double that again. But then when tech started coming down earlier this year, like in January, I lost some. I just my gains were down. Didn't lose any of what I had in, and uh, I did not. I got out of it pretty good. I think I got out of it before tech really started tumbling, but because I studied stuff a lot, and that's sometimes when you don't go with your if you're going to study and take the time to do that and study the stocks and stuff, just my opinion, then move on what it's hard to hit that button because I've been sitting on that computer sometimes and I think, oh man, do I get out now? Do I not? What do I do? And and I just didn't have conviction in I didn't feel comfortable enough. And when I got out of all my EV stocks and some of my I was in GBTC. That's if you want to do Bitcoin, but you don't want to actually go on a coin based service or whatever, you just want to do it through like your broker. That's how I found out I could get Bitcoin. So I did GBTC and Riot, and and I did okay with them, but man, I I got out of those 2 days before they ran up to like I think GBTC ran to 60 and Riot went to like 80. But I didn't see it. I did not, even with all the research that I did and stuff. There was no way I could know that those were going up. I mean, I don't think I just didn't see it from my research. So I didn't really get as upset. I didn't get upset with that because I can't foretell the future. I can just do the best I can. But it's Dev. There you go, Dev. Okay, my nephew's on, and man, he's great. His name is his name's Devin, but I call him Diamond Dev because he's sharp. And one thing we're going to do. Well, wait, let me finish on the other. Is and now get back to you got to hang around if Zachary and Dennis are still here. Hang around for this story. I'll tell you about Dev. But on the other, once you do your research and stuff, and you've then go with your convictions. I think this is just my thoughts. It's when you don't do your research and you FOMO into it that's when I feel bad, and I've done that a few times. However, even when you do that, if you get into that situation, make the best of it, and then research. And if you have to dollar cost average down, try that, because that's exactly how I'm sitting here with over $1 million of AMC stock, is because I FOMO'd into it, and then I thought, what do I do now? And I went ahead and did my research and studied on it, and then I moved on it. And I've had a few mistakes with it since I've had it that I probably could have done better, but I went with my convictions, and now look. All right, let me get to Dev. If Dennis, if you're Zachary still here, and if you ever want to get involved in a YouTube, Devin's the one who I can give you his contact information, because this guy's great. He is my nephew. But he's sharp, and that's what I was saying. These young people are just are sharp. He's very good with technology, and what we're thinking of doing is we're going to take these. If I end up getting out of AMC with some money, which I should, we're going to. He's going to come on full time with me, and I'm in my little office. I built a home, and I made it into our offices, and then me and my wife, we don't have any kids, so we just moved into the home, and it was our model home for a while, and then we just went ahead and moved in. So it's a 3-story home. I live upstairs, and then this first floor is my office here. But Dev's gonna come on over, and we are going to get really involved in stocks, and also I'll put a portion of the AMC gains into into trading stocks full time, and then we're gonna have a live cast or a podcast or some type of hopefully a show every day where people can can tune in, and we'll give you our opinions, and we'll follow the market and just tell you what's going on in finances for the day, and we'll all learn some stuff together. Well, I call him Diamond Dev because once he gets a hold of something, he'll squeeze the life out of it to get as much money as he can. And so that's it. But he's sharp. He's done all, like I said, all my thumbnails and videos and stuff. I wouldn't be talking to you now if it wasn't for him. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Zachary. Maybe we can look back on this when I have thousands of subscribers. You guys can be some of my first. All right. Like again, guys, if I can help you with anything, my email is captainjmorgan2021@gmail.com. You can hit me with the comment, and make sure to check that site out. Dennis, like your stuff, man. Dennis, what site are you talking about? I don't have my glasses on, so I can't like your stuff, man. Make sure to check. All right, I'll check whatever site out. Just let me know. All right, thank you guys much. Devin, I'll call you after this. You can critique me. Hopefully I turn this thing off right. All right, guys. Thanks again. See you on the next one. Great Bitcoin research. Oh, okay. Thanks, man. Yeah, I will check that site out. Yeah, because Dennis, I said I got into GBTC and I made some money at it, but man, I got out of it right before it shot up. But I definitely want to get into some Bitcoin. Me and Devin are going to figure out, we're going to make a portfolio, share it online, and show you, our trades and, and what we've done. And hopefully it'll help out, like I said, because Devin will give you a perspective of being a retail stock investor and being young, and then I can give you one of being old, and together we'll hopefully hit the gamut. And a lot of people I talk to that I deal with almost every day, that some of them are very successful, and they just they are not retail stock investors, even though they have someone managing their money. They would like to. They don't even know how to get involved at trading stocks on their own. And then a lot of people who aren't, who are just, hold a 9-to-5 job every day, and they just like to get involved, and they don't know either. They don't think they can make money, but that's why I'm going to show, my mistakes and how I got involved, because it's all relative. Even though I had $50,000, if you had 5,000, you would it's the same thing. At least I almost tripled that, and then I went all in with AMC, and since then I probably 6x that, so 6x that, so it should be good. I'm 23, Mr. Jimmy. I started investing in July of last year, and I ridden a few 400 gains, and currently mine crypto to provide cash flow to my crypto investing. I'd love to chat. Great. Yeah, we would too. Appreciate it. And loves AMC. Yeah, me too. I love AMC. What's weird is here in Houston, I don't know where you're from, there's not many AMC theaters here. There's a nice one downtown, and I live close to downtown, and so Minnesota. All right. Oh, good. I knew, one of your Minnesota. It was who was your running back? Adrian Peterson. Yeah, he went to OU, and that's where a lot of my family are from, is Norman. And I went to OU for a small stretch. I didn't graduate from there. I went to actually, I went to a college in Lawton, and that's where Trey's at right now. He's in Lawton at Fort Sill, not at the university. He's just at Fort Sill, but small world is what I mean. Is Adrian Peterson was, I love that man. Yeah, I don't know him very well, but we did meet him on one of our construction jobs. We were redoing a penthouse. There was 3 penthouses on top of the building that he lived in. And oh, Trey. Okay, I thought you meant Adrian. Yeah, Trey's pretty good. Like him too. He seems very sincere and stuff. But I was talking. I'm sorry. I thought you were meaning Adrian. But I met Adrian at. He was in the penthouse next door to the one we were working on. He seemed like a real decent guy too. Yeah, with Trey, I thought I'm going to go actually to Oklahoma next week, and I'll be going through Lawton, and I'm pretty sure I could tell where he was staying in that last hotel because I know Lawton's not that big, and I was there for years. I graduated high school there and went to college there for the most part, and I think I know where he was at. So, like I said, I just like these guys, and they can do it. I don't need to even be a part of it. I don't mind being a part of it, but I'd love for the apes to get together and on all the channels and really just have a day to where we get a hold of our representatives and our our political representatives in the House and the Senate. I think that'd be great. All right, guys. Well, thanks, Dennis. I appreciate it. Thank you, also, Zachary, Devin. If you're still on, I'll yell at you here in a minute, also. All right, thanks, guys. I'll look at that website too, Dennis. And good luck with all your investing, man. All right. See you also. Bye-bye, guys.